Hello, welcome back to the reading of The Poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 1, Chapter 13, Part 1, The Wedding of the Virgin and Joseph. 5th September 1944. How beautiful Mary is dressed as a bride, among her joyful friends and teachers. There is also Elizabeth among them. She is dressed in snow-white linen, so soft and refined that it looks like precious silk. She is wearing round her slender waist a burin belt in gold and silver, made of medallions held together by little chains. Each medallion is an embroidery of gold threads on heavy silver burnished by age. Probably because the belt is too long for her, still a gentle girl. The last 3 medallions hang down in the front and fall amongst the folds of the very white dress that is so long as to form a sort of train. On her feet she is wearing white leather sandals with silver buckles. Around her neck the dress is held by a chain of small gold roses and silver filigree, reproducing on a smaller scale the design of the belt. Running through large holes on the loosely cut neck, the chain gathers the cloth and forms a kind of small frill. Mary's neck emerges from the white pleated cloth with the grace of a stem wrapped in a precious fabric, and seems even more slender and whiter than ever. The stem of a lily ending in a lily-like face, which is even paler than usual for the excitement, and purer. The face of a most pure victim. Her hair no longer hangs over her shoulders. It is arranged in a knot of plaits in a charming style, and precious burnished silver hairpins, all made with embroidered filigree at the top, holding it in position. Her mother's veil is placed over the plaits, and it falls in beautiful folds under the precious thin plait that encircles her snow-white forehead. The veil falls down her sides, and since Mary is not as tall as her mother, it falls lower than her hips, whereas it reached Anne's waist. She has nothing on her hands, but is wearing bracelets on her wrists. Her wrists are so thin that the heavy bracelets of her mother cover the back of her hands and would fall to the ground if she tossed her hands. Her friends gaze upon her and admire her. They twitter gaily like sparrows, asking questions and expressing their admiration. Are they your mothers? They are antique, are they not? How beautiful, Sarah, this belt is. And what about this veil, Susan? How refined it is. Just look at those lilies woven in it. Let me see your bracelets, Mary. Were they your mother's? Yes, she wore them. They are of my father's mother. Oh, look! They have the seal of Solomon interwoven with thin little branches of palm and olive trees, and amongst these there are lilies and roses. Oh, what did such perfect and refined work? Who? They belong to the house of David, explains Mary. The women of the family have worn them for centuries. When they get married, and they are left in heritage to the heiress. Certainly, you are the heiress. Did they bring you everything from Nazareth? No, they did not. When my mother died, my cousin took my trousseau to her house to keep it safely. Now she has brought it back to me. Where is it? Where is it? Show it to your friends. Mary does not know what to do. She would like to be kind, but she is not anxious to pull out all the things which are nicely laid in 3 heavy trunks. Her teachers come to her help. The groom is about to arrive, they point out. This is not the moment to cause confusion. Leave Mary alone. You are tiring her. Go and get ready. The chattering group go away somewhat sulkily. Mary can now enjoy in peace the company of her teachers, who say words of praise and blessings to her. Also Elizabeth has come near, and as Mary, deeply moved, is crying because Anna Phanuel has called her daughters and has kissed her with true motherly love. Elizabeth says to her, Mary, your mother is not here, and yet she is present. Her soul is rejoicing with yours. Look, the things that you are wearing are giving you her caresses once again. You can still find them, the flavor of her kisses. One day, a long time ago, the day you came to the temple, she said to me, I have prepared her dresses and her trousseau, because I wish to be the one who weaves her linens and makes her bridal dresses, so that I shall not be absent on the day of her joy. And listen, in the last days, when I was assisting her, every evening she wanted to caress your first little dresses and the ones you are now wearing, and she would say, I can smell the jasmine perfume of my little one, and I want her to perceive here the kiss of her mummy. How many kisses on this veil that is now shading your forehead? There are more kisses than threads. And when you will wear the cloth woven by her, just think that it was woven more by her motherly love than by the shuttle. And those jewels, also in hard circumstances, they were saved by your Father for you, that you might be beautiful in this hour, as befits a princess of the house of David. Be happy and cheerful, Mary. You are not an orphan, because your parents are with you, and your husband is a father and a mother to you. Such is his perfection. Yes, that is true. I certainly cannot complain. In 2 months, he has been here twice, and today he has come for the third time, facing the rain and the windy weather to take orders from me. Fancy orders from me, who am a poor woman and much younger than he is, and he has denied me nothing. He does not even wait for me to ask. I think an angel must tell him what I want, because he tells me before I can speak. The last time he said, Mary, I think that you prefer to stay in your father's house, since you are a daughter heiress. You can do so, if that is your wish. I will come to your house. However, in order to accomplish the rite, you will go for 1 week to my brother Alphaeus's house. Mary already loves you so much, and from there the procession will start that will take you to your house in the evening of the wedding day. Was that not very kind of him? It did not even matter to him if the people should say that he was not a house which I would like. I would have liked it because he is there and he is so good. Certainly, I prefer my own house because of memories. Oh, Joseph is so good. What did he say about your vow? You haven't told me yet. He made no objection. On the contrary, when I told him the reason, he said, I will join my sacrifice to yours. He is a holy young man, says Anna Phanuel. The holy young man is coming in just now in the company of Zacharias. He is really magnificent, all dressed in gold yellow. He seems an Eastern sovereign. A splendid belt supports his bag and his dagger, the former of morocco embroidered in gold, the latter with a morocco sheath and gold decorations. On his head he is wearing a turban. That is the usual piece of cloth worn like a hood, as it is still customary amongst certain people in Africa, such as the Bedouins, and it is held by a precious ring, a thin wire of gold, to which there now are tied some small bunches of myrtle. He has on a new mantle with fringes, and he wears it with great dignity. He is sparkling with joy. He has in his hands small bunches of myrtle in bloom. Peace to you, my spouse, he greets her. Peace to everyone. When he has received a reply to his greeting, he says, I saw your joy the day I gave you a branch from your garden. I thought I should bring you some myrtle, which I picked near the grotto, that you love so much. I wanted to bring you some of the roses that are already beginning to bloom near your house, but roses do not last long. After a journey of several days, I would have arrived here with only the thorns, and I want to offer you, my dear, only roses. and spread your way with soft-scented flowers so that your feet may rest on them without touching anything dirty or harsh. Oh, thank you. You are so good. Well, what did you do to keep it so fresh? I tied a vase to the saddle, and I put in it the branches of the flowers in bud. During the journey, they have burst into flower. Here they are, Mary. May your forehead be garlanded with purity, the symbol of a bride, which, however, is much inferior to the purity of your heart. Elizabeth and the teachers adorn Mary with a little garland of flowers, which they form attaching to the precious ring the little white bunches of myrtle, and they insert small white roses, which they take from a vase placed on a small chest. Mary is on the point of taking her large white mantle to put it on her shoulders, but Joseph precedes her and helps her to fasten it at the top of her shoulders with two silver buckles. The teachers then arrange the folds with loving care. This has been a reading from The Poem of the Man God, written by Maria Valtorta, Volume 1, Chapter 13, The Wedding of the Virgin and Joseph. Thank you for listening. I'll see you tomorrow. May peace be with you.